Good afternoon. My name's Kent Wilson. I'm the Eastern Utah Director for Senator Romney. I started in January of this year. At the conclusion of my remarks, I have about a 2-minute clip that Senator Romney has generated, but I wanted to make a few remarks prior to that. Like I said, my name is Kent. In my prior life, I was a businessman down in Emery County for about 40 years and a county commissioner for 5 years. During that time is when I met Senator Romney. My county constituents for about 20 years have been working on a public lands bill. They wanted to control their own destiny. They were afraid that a president would come in and create monuments. And so when Senator Hatch decided to retire, it was the perfect window. And we got partway through it, didn't get it all the way done. When Senator Romney first came into office, we asked him to pick up that load and take it across the finish line. The thing that I remember about that, and I will always be loyal to him for, is because it was a grassroots endeavor, because the citizens of my county wanted it, he felt obligated and honored to help us get that across the finish line. It was a great thing for our county. As of now, we still don't have a monument for which we're grateful for. When Clay retired and went on to Plipco about January, they asked me to come on board. And I felt honored because of my experience with him, but I explained to him that being a county commissioner, I understand what your region is going through. Sometimes as a commissioner, I felt like I was alone, trying to solve the problems of my region. And that's what's motivated me to go to work for Senator Romney. As I explained how I wanted to operate, I want to go into these counties and I want to help them overcome the burdens of the industries and help the county commissioners and local leadership solve their problems. He empowered the state office and myself to help do that. And I'm grateful for that. As we come into this county or this region, we were concerned. There's a lot of regulations, and that's the takeaway that I have from this is the federal government, they don't solve problems. They create obstacles for you local leaders and you industry types to overcome. And that's what we want to help with. As I've got to know, I can't speak for Senator Romney, but what I wanted to express to you is he understands the value of energy, that you're the backbone of America. Things don't happen in America if you don't succeed. He understands the federal overreach of the federal government is harming what you do and makes your jobs and your investments more risky. He wants our office to help you try and succeed. For me, the outcomes are, I've learned the value of trade organizations, so Utah Petroleum Marketers Association. My hope is we can take, with that organization, we can gather individuals, leadership from gas and from oil and from coal, and we can have roundtables with the state of Utah, the Office of Energy, and try to understand what your obstacles are and what the pathways going forward and how we could help you to overcome those. There's a legislative part of being in the Senate, which Senator Romney takes very serious, but there's also a part that is being an advocate for the regions that we live in. My region goes from Daggett County all the way to San Juan County. So I live in Orangeville, so it's about a 3-hour drive from my house to both ends of the state. But we're in this region, we're extraction. We are energy. And so we have the same issues. And to me, this group here, we are grassroots. If we can harness what you have started here, and we can engage our state leaders and our federal delegations, we can overcome all of the obstacles that are placed before you. And so I want to let you know that the senator finds great pleasure in representing you in the state of Utah, and he is empowered his staff, whether it be Washington or state, to try to help you overcome your obstacles. And so with that, I'll let the senator have the last word. And thank you so much for the 3 days that we've been here. It's been very insightful, informative, and I hope good things come from this. Thank you.
I wish I could be with you, but they got my schedule pretty full. Other than the few moments I've got to say hello to you guys. I'm happy to address a group like yours that's working to ensure our energy resources are reliable and consistently available for our communities. I'm very grateful for all that you do to advance our role in the nation's energy production and policy. Now, you're familiar, I'm sure, with the frustrating dynamic between our state's energy production goals and the overreach of the federal government. And that's why I joined with my Senate colleagues in an effort to challenge the Biden administration, their new EPA power plant rule. They call it the Clean Power Plant 2.0. That's an unlawful proposal in my view. It effectively shuts down affordable and reliable energy and actually makes worse the energy shortage that we're already facing. Now, I don't need to tell you that Utah is a home to a wealth of critical materials that are necessary for our supply chains and for our industrial base. My environmental friends want us to move to all electric and to solar, and all that's well and good, except they don't want to get the minerals that are necessary to actually have electric batteries and have solar resources produced here in our country and other free nations. So Washington folks continue to make restraints on our mining resources. As you probably know, I put together a number of pieces of legislation to bolster our domestic critical mineral capabilities and to identify how we can strengthen made-in-America supply chains. This is important for the economy, but it also decreases our reliance on China because they have, as you know, a virtual stranglehold, a monopoly, either on the mining or the processing of these critical components. So, look, I know we face an uphill battle with the current administration, but I hope that as we work together in a constructive manner that we can help ensure our communities are powered reliably and our national security needs are met. So I appreciate the work that you're doing. I look forward to hearing about the progress that you make. All the best.